Welcome, folks, to another exciting college football matchup. We've got an intriguing neutral setting for this battle here today. And this is something really special and uncommon. A 1 versus 2 this early in the season. Only college football can produce something like this. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Florida Gators. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Away to get us going. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll run it here. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide.
Lofting it toward the left sideline. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Florida. That is a dream start for the offense. What an opening possession.
You know, sometimes you just want to kind of get settled into a game. These guys didn't really wait at all. They had a script. They knew exactly how to attack the defense, and it works out.
So they'll try to add to the lead now for PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Breaks loose at the 45. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Oh, a reverse. Got space, looking to score. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Here comes the point after attempt. And he knocks it right through. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Florida offense retakes the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Just outstanding combination of quickness and strength here by this Michigan defensive lineman. Makes me think of Aiden Hutchinson, who of course played here recently. Going back to guys like Rashawn Gary, Lamar Woodley, Frank Clark. Great tradition of Michigan defensive linemen on full display right now.
Trying to find some room. It's Cross. Breaking free at the 35. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, Chris, you think about over the years with the Gators and their offense, it's always about Steve Spurrier and spreading it out and fun and gun and attacking downfield. I think these great Gator teams, they have an ability to do what we just saw right here. Pick up a first down on the ground, relying on that offensive line and their running back.
And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
There's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. And the stop is made, but not before a huge gain moves the ball to the 32. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there, the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that.
No stopping him, takes it all the way. Touchdown, Gators. Game-breaking speed for the running back to reach the end zone. That is just priceless for an offense.
Chris, that back was able to find that crease in the defense. Let's give credit to the big fellas up front for creating that crease. They all played a key role in that score.
And the PAT is good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fields it just outside the goal line. To be tackled at the 17.
And the 16.
Michigan offense back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's McCray.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion sets up a second down play. Back to pass. It's Orgy. Receiver makes the catch. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Boy, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Greasy had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne, going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history, and it's good that they're leaning on it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He's moving out of the pocket now. Oh, there's the stiff arm. That'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Hands off to the left. He's found some room at the 45. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this call. It stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. The Wolverines' offense is on the move now. Oh, it's a reverse. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
Hey, I'm a fan of any time you can get the ball into his hands, I think it's a win. Didn't go for a huge amount of yards, but it's the threat of what it potentially can do, and it gives him another opportunity to get his hands on the football.
And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? Looking to throw. It's Orgy. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Well, perfectly thrown football here, and this quarterback's got to be fired up. That's his first passing touchdown of the season. Here's the first of hopefully many more for this young man.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. The Gators offense retakes the field. The last drive, the ground game was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it. And he lofts one deep over the middle. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. They're going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Look at this. He'll go deep again. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. And now it's third down.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Wow, back-to-back deep shots. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Finds room at the 30. Tackle made after a big gain.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
The clock is running. Last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. And that's a solid gain for the defense, able to bring him down. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Looking downfield, it's Orji. And that one's picked off. What a play. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with the takeaway.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
That one moves the ball to the 16.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's past the 30. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Finally able to make the tackle, but that's a huge gain here as they grab momentum wrapping up the first quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And now the handoff. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
The Gators will look to convert here on 4th down. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big 4th down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up. To the air, it's Orji. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
And the Wolverines looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. Hand off to the right side. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
The Wolverines look to keep this drive moving. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fix. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
See if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. And the defense wraps him up.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here, and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
That play sets up a third and goal from the 5 now. Scanning the field, it's Orji. Looking to scramble to his left. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Now they line up to kick the extra point. So a quarterback who can escape and score like that, what a boost for this offense.
Yeah, quarterbacks like this who can scramble are so hard to defend because the defense is so caught up in coverage and defending the pass. By the time they realize what's happening, there's no chance of stopping him from scoring.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. Florida offense is back out on the field now. Last time the defense got a big fourth down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. First down. They're going to throw the football. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
It's a good job here by this defense, especially the linebacker man coverage, but the quarterback needs some help here from his intended target. He needs to be able to find a guy that can separate and pull away from man coverage to be able to make any play at all.
Stopped at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
An explosive play. They finally got him, but at the 40. The Gators will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And we'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
So second down after the incompletion. Dropping back, it's Lagway. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. There's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They lose yards on first down, so second and long from the 16. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning.
Boy, good job here getting into the backfield and coming up with this sack here by the defensive line from the Florida Gators. And, Chris, you think about Florida, you think about defensive linemen, you think about an incredible history and legacy that they've had over the years. Start with Javon Curse, the freak, what he was able to do, and Kevin Carter, all the sacks he came up with. Dante Fowler, such speed off the edge. Even Derek Harvey, boy, he had an incredible year in 06 when the Gators won the national championship, and we're still seeing them dominate the line of scrimmage today.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Morgan. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
This is a game-defining gamble. Coach going for it this close to his own end zone. Quick throw to his receiver. Fired into a tight window and picked off. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Quick throw. The catch is made. Touchdown, Gators. This offense really clicking. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. The Wolverines looking to use the up-tempo offense here. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Trying to create outside the pocket now. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Here's the second down play. Looking to pass. It's Orji. Quarterback escapes the pocket. That pass is caught. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on 1st down now. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. That's caught. It's McCray. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
They're going to run it. Get some space around the 30. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Here's the point after attempt. And there's the point after. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Gators offense retakes the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Snags the quick throw. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Back to throw. It's Lagway. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this defense steps up and makes a big play.
Well, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to pull it down and run. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Well, this is why this guy's looked at as one of the top dual-threat quarterbacks in the country. He can throw it, he can spin it downfield, but also he's a threat to be able to take off and go just like this. Puts so much pressure on this defense.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes onto the field. The kick is short, and now he's going to try to make something happen here. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Gators will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Eludes a tackle. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line. That run sets up a critical third down play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble. The scramble doesn't get there, and it's going to bring up fourth down. Check this out. The offense still on the field, going for it inside their own 30. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive moving.
Well, you can't criticize this coach for being too conservative, can you? This guy's going for it on fourth down deep in his own territory. You have to have the utmost confidence in your offense to be able to execute that. And in this case, they proved him right.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Looking for a gap. It's Hall. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Now the offense faces third and long from the 30. Can they convert and get a drive going? That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On third down, he drops to throw. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Wolverines will bring their punt team onto the field.
Well, these screen passes are all about timing. I really felt the offense looked like they tipped their hand. The defense started to kind of drift that way towards the screen, and by the time the running back catches the ball, there's just nowhere to go.
And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking downfield. It's Lagway. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. On third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a first down. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's going to take off here. The quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Finds room at the 30. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
On the run here, lets it go. Grab down the middle, it's Daniels. Tackled down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now fourth down. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. The offense couldn't convert on fourth down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time. And they'll try the quarterback sneak.
And one of the things we love about this guy is his ability to use his legs when he has to. And I almost feel like he got behind that offensive line, and because of his size, I don't know if they were able to locate him. By the time they did, it's a first down.
Touchdown, Florida. And they go in front here in the second half.
Hey, it's first and goal. Why wait? Go with the sure thing. Let that quarterback get behind his line, push his way in for the touchdown.
The extra point is good. Back in front in this shootout, 35-28. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And here's the return from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. Wolverines offense is back on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? Nice grab. It's McCray. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game. Being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
That one moves the ball across the 40.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. To throw, it's Orji. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. He stopped him at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
He's going to hand this off. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Caught over the middle. It's McCray. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. The Wolverines come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Ball handed off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And he'll set up to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he stopped just short down at the 2, but an excellent run. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Oh, they've got him behind the line. It's a tackle for loss to wrap up the third quarter. We've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up second and goal. Here's a run to the left looking for the touchdown. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And the important PAT is up and good. We're tied in the fourth. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. The pass rush closing in. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held onto the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
These big guys up front will have to regroup now. It's second and 14. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Finds his man. It's Wilson. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
On the shotgun, it's a handoff. He shreds the tackle. Did well to avoid a loss there, but it's no gain on the play. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. They'll look to throw it here on second down. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. Third and long from the 42. Makes the catch, but couldn't stay in bounds. Incomplete.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
Tie ball game, late, and they're going for it on fourth down. Quarterback drops back, and he's going to float this one to the right side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Gators. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead. That's another passing strike from his quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ballgame.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage, because right now it is not working.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage.
Will take over first and 10.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Dropping back, it's Orgy. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Incompletion makes it second down. We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
That completion makes it second and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Extending the play now. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is going to get after him. They get upfield, they have a great pass rush, What do they create? Space and running lanes, and he takes off and picks up some nice yards.
Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Now they get set to kick it away. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Gators offense retakes the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Moved right down the field for a touchdown. Here comes a handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier. Absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
To throw, it's Lagway. Finds an open target on the left side. Breaks loose at the 45. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It'll cost him 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. He shreds the tackle. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Ooh, that came close to breaking into the secondary and potentially a big play. Read option, the quarterback keeps it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yards. Only a nice tackle prevented it from going all the way.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Here's a toss play now, running to the right. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, here we are now on 4th down, Chris. And at this point in the game, a field goal gives you the lead. I don't think you roll the dice. I think you kick the field goal, you take the lead, and then you rely on your defense to be able to win this game.
So tie game. 4th quarter. They're going to go for it on this 4th down. And a timeout is called to talk strategy here. Tie game late in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. He missed it. And with the miss, remain tied.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. How do you play this now? Do you call a conservative play and just wait for overtime, or try to make something happen and win it in regulation? set second down play here. Back to pass. It's Orgy. Defense is coming after him. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the first down. But that moves the ball into plus territory, trying to be aggressive here and win the game before overtime.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. You got a quarterback that makes good reads, can throw the football well. Why go into overtime? Take some chances here and try to win it in regulation.
They'll try to run for the first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
And the Wolverines with 1st and 10 here. And the defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. First down and 10 now. The linebacker shifting around now. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Short connection to the tight end here. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards. But anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
The throw. It's Orgy. Using his legs here. Football comes out. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover. First down here for this offense. Here's the handoff. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. Spotted at the 28, the field goal attempt to win it will be from 45 yards out. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. Spotted at the 28, the field goal attempt to win it will be from 45 yards out. Long enough.